Hey, this is Dave with the Shepherd School, and today I came home to a nice little surprise. The UPS guy was outside, and this is the very first C&R gun that I've ever bought. And I'm not going to make you sit through an unboxing video because unless you're saying thanks to somebody for letting you win a contest, I think they're boring as all get out. But what I do want to do is kind of work through the C&R process from start to finish, my experiences, because I am so happy I did it and wish I would have done it 10 years ago. Okay, so the first thing what I did is I went online to the ATF's website and downloaded the form. Okay, we'll put a link to this down in the article, but I'm on the ATF website, and here's the instructions for filling out the FFL application for the C&R. It's ATF form 5310.16, which is form 7CR. Okay, and on the website they have a PDF of the file, the form. They also have a PDF for a certificate of compliance. Alright, so, and it's really easy for you to fill out. It's pretty simple. Applicant's name, address, county in which you're going to be collecting the guns, your telephone number, your trade or business name, if any, but since you can't do business on the CFR, I left that one blank. Applicant is an individual, corporation, partnership, other, payment information for you to pay them with the credit card, blah, 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 blah. Signature that you let them charge you for the $30. You have to put information required for each individual owner, partner, or other responsible person in the business. Okay? Now, there's a definition for responsible parties. All I did was my wife, because she's the other adult in the house. Okay? Something happens to me, I want her to be able to take care of it. This is where that certificate of compliance comes in. It's for non-immigrant alien certification of compliance. And if you are not allowed to, based upon your immigration status, your citizenship, you've got to get certified that it's okay, and you've got to have somebody from ICE or some law enforcement, somebody to certify that. I left all that blank. The next section is just like on the 4473. I'm not crazy. I haven't ever been denied a FFL. I'm not a fugitive for justice. I don't beat my wife. I'm not on the dope. All that. Okay. And then you have to certify the activity to be conducted under the license is not prohibited by state or local law at the premises, right? Which includes compliance with local zoning ordinances. I can't have a business here. That's why I went with the collector's C&R instead of the gunsmithing CFR, or the regular, type 1 FFL. So click that because my zoning allows me to collect them, just not sell them. Or within 30 days after the application, activity will comply with requirements of law, meaning, if you're doing it for business, you get a business license, but that's not applicable for C&Rs. That you won't do any business under the license until you've met the requirements of state and local law. It's not really applicable, but you have to initial it anyway. And that a completed copy of this form has been sent or delivered to the chief law enforcement officer of the locality in which the premises is located. So I made a copy. I'm putting another copy in the envelope to send to the ATF. The copy I gave the chief law enforcement doesn't have your credit card information, but otherwise it's the same. Drove up to the sheriff's office, gave it to his clerk, came back, and threw this in the mail. Right? I put it in the mail after I notified my sheriff. Put the sheriff's name, put his address, signed it, and then sent it in. Right? And here's the instructions for doing that. Right? So I filled the form out, made a copy, took to my sheriff, gave to him, and basically said, you don't have to do anything other than I'm just notifying you that I'm applying for this license. If you have any reason to think that I shouldn't, per law, I'm notifying you so you can tell the ATF. I did that on the 21st of June 2012. Okay, so I filled out the application, mailed it in with $30 credit card. On the 25th of June, about a week later, they charged my debit card, right? July 22nd, I got in the mail this, which is my license. What I then did is I printed off about 50 copies of it, okay? There's a place down here for you to sign as a responsible person. And you do that when you send them off to get discounts or to order guns. But you don't want to sign your original, because you sign it, you date it, and then there it is, and you can't use it anymore. So what I did is I printed off a lot of them, and then I made this little standard blank little letter that basically says, you know, dear sir, I've attached a signed copy of my Type 3 FFL. Please file this document so that I may order CNR eligible firearms for your company in the future. Please add me to your mailing list and send me a catalog if applicable. Gave them my contact information. And then what I did is every wholesaler I could find, anybody who did anything with CNR guns, Brunel's and Midway and you know, all sorts of other companies, I sent them a signed copy and one of those letters. And Brunel's has a discount, or Midway, I'm sorry. Midway has a dealer discount. It's only a couple bucks per item, but let me tell you, for the $30 for the license, in the past 2 weeks I have earned my money back in discounts. About a week later, I received a priority mail package that had all this stuff in it. It has a little letter that tells you that you can't engage in business with your CNR. It gives you a pamphlet here about how to report losses, a personal firearms record for your personal guns. But if you've got a CNR, that probably is not enough for your personal guns. A CD with all different state laws, firearm reference law book, some more memos, a form for an amended license in case I move, right? Because the license that I sent to all the dealers only works to this address, right? And then some other forms. I got a federal firearms inventory theft report, requisition for firearms forms, and then a list of all the guns that I could buy on my Curio and Relics license. Okay, so that was all great and really useful. The only other thing that I had to do was, because I now have an FFL, even though it's just a Curio and Relics one, is I needed a logbook. So I went on Amazon and got this logbook. Pretty nice. It lays open flat. Filled in my personal information on the front. Little section for notes. But every CNR gun that I buy, now if I go buy an AR or a Glock or something that doesn't fit on my CNR license, I don't have to fill this in. This is just for guns that I buy in my CNR license. I have to fill it in when I bought it, and I have to fill it in when I get rid of it. Okay? And we're just about to do that on my very first CNR. Alright, so I unboxed my Mosin, filled out my book, manufacturer, Century Arms, model 9130, serial number, I'm going to tell you that, type, rifle, caliber gauge 7.62 by 5.4R, today's date, August 1st, from who received, name and address or name and license number. I got it from Classic Firearms out of Indian Trail, North Carolina. So that's one entry in the book. I got several pages, and so I guess I need to start doing more videos and selling more stuff and working more overtime so I can try to fill this book up before my license expires in 3 years. Alright, so we're going to play with this a little bit. I'm not going to do much with this one. but I'm probably going to get one and cut it down on a SBR and make me one of those pistols that they used during the Russian Revolution. Why? Just because. And I'll probably get one and thread it for a suppressor, just because. And I'll probably get one and try to make a bent bolt, just because. But I like these rifles. They're pretty nice old guns. And stay tuned, and we'll take this out to the range, and we'll get the cosplaying off, and we'll talk about that. Alright, so anyway, there you go. Getting the C&R from start to finish. Until next time, you can catch us online, www.tngun.com.